Every night on the local evening news, they talk about the market being up or down for the day, and they show rather large numbers next to arrows going up or down, besides words like S&P 500, Dow Jones Industrial Average, and S&P TSX Composite. These are indexes. But what is an index, and what does it mean for your investing? Let's find out. The definition of an index in finance is a figure in a system or scale representing the average value of specified prices, shares, or other items is compared with some reference figure. That's rather complicated. So let's simplify it. In layman's terms, that means an index is a small sample of the market that is representative of the whole. Investors use indexes to track the overall performance of the stock market. It gives them an idea of how the market is gaining or losing value. In an ideal system, a change in the price of an index would represent the same proportional change in the stocks included within that index. One of the first indexes created in 1896 was the Dow Jones Industrial Average. When it was first created, the Dow Jones consisted of 12 companies. Today, it is comprised of 30 of the largest publicly traded companies in the US and can come from any sector except transportation and utilities. Some well-known companies you've probably heard of that are listed in the Dow include Amazon, Apple, Coca-Cola, Microsoft, Nvidia, and Walmart. One of the other major indexes in the States is the Standard & Poor's 500, S&P 500. The S&P 500 is comprised of 500 of the largest companies in the US and tries to cover all major areas of the economy. Companies listed on the S&P 500 include all those listed on the Dow, as well as companies like the Bank of America, Chipotle, Coinbase, Costco, eBay, Ford, Johnson & Johnson, Netflix, and Starbucks. In Canada, the equivalent of the S&P 500 is the S&P TSX Composite. The performance of the S&P TSX Composite is what you see in the news when they talk about the market being up or down in Canada. It is used as a benchmark to see the performance of Canada's stock market. The S&P TSX Composite is comprised of the largest companies on the TSX, which is about 250 of the nearly 1,500 companies that make up that exchange. Some of the well-known Canadian companies that are listed on the S&P TSX Composite, some you may even do business with, include Air Canada, the major banks, CN, Canadian Tire, Emera, Empire, Dollarama, Maple Leaf, Rogers, Shopify, and TELUS. Throughout the world, each industrialized nation has their own major indexes. For example, the FTSE 100 is in the UK, the Nikkei is in Japan, and the DAX is in Germany. And that's some basics on indexes. To learn more about indexes and other basic investing topics, visit our website and follow us on our social media channels to learn more about basic investing.